What's up everyone, Matt here, and today I want to show you the process of how I shot, edited, and sold a 15-second ad for this wallet by the company Kingsloot. Off the top, they didn't send me this, I paid for it with my own money, and I've really just been looking for a good MagSafe wallet. This one's really awesome, the quality's amazing. It's got a little pull tab here so you can get your cards out. So when I received it, the packaging was beautiful, and I was just super inspired to create something. Now, the point of this ad wasn't to try and sell it for a whole bunch of money. What I wanted to do is send it to the company, hopefully they'd like it, and potentially be able to build a relationship with them to shoot more of their products in the future. So now, let's break down this ad clip by clip. I'll show you how I shot everything and how I edited, and then after all this, I'll talk about the process of how I actually reached out to the company to build a relationship. I don't have a huge space, so I got to move my light over. This is an overhead Amaran 200X with the Godox light box. Pull my table over and position the light right over it. And then I have a black paper backdrop. Next thing I wanted to do was make sure there's no other light coming in the room, so I close my curtains. For this first shot, I need to attach this to this tripod here, and we'll end up masking this out. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to drill a little hole in the bottom, and then we can just screw it in. Hopefully this works. Look at that, it's perfect. Little super glue here. Fishing line. If you don't have one of these, it's probably the best thing you could own. This little titanium everyday carry box cutter is the bomb. It's like 1,000 tools in one. With the fishing string, now that I super glued the top to it, I think the move is going to be gluing the string underneath here like this. Sometimes you gotta like mod the things a little. Here's the test. So I'm gonna wrap this around this way and I'll be out of frame. Okay, so we're set up here. We got the R5 set 60 frames per second. The exposure looks good. You see I got a couple extra lights, backlighting and side lighting. We are going to give this a go. While getting these shots, you want to make sure that you get a couple shots as a plate. So basically make sure the string isn't in frame, so that way you can use those for masking later. Cool, I think we got it. What I wanted to do was start front and centered on their logo. So I did a zoom in, just automated the scale here. So you'll see if I play it back now, boom, then it stops. So I added a draw mask to both of these clips, and that is what gets rid of the actual tripod. After this was the harder part, which is actually removing the fishing line. If I open this up, I have all these little dots here, and these are all moving the actual control points of the mask. So as it goes frame by frame, I move the mask over, and that's how you can't see it. Next thing is obviously color correction. To get that infinite black look, you just need to pull your shadows all the way down. And that's it. Here's what the clip looks like after editing. So for this one, I wanted to rotate the package and have the wallet fall out. So this clip was a bit more difficult to get in there. Let's just play the clip. I shot this at 120 frames per second. And the first thing I did was add a transform, and you can see this is my automation line that starts here and then ends up in the center of the frame, like that. Let's add the color correction. And then how I blended these two clips together was I used some motion blur, and I used some spin transitions. So what's happening here is this clip is going through a spin transition. So you see it spin, ends up over here, and then gets us to the center. Let's play that. The things you find in your garage, right? So I found this. I probably used it for building a deck or something. This is a MagSafe wallet, so it sticks to the back of the phone. And fortunately, this is metal, so boom. This is going to be perfect, and we'll tape this down so it doesn't go anywhere. So now what we need to do is get the fishing string and attach it to this strap. And the plan is to pull the strap and the card comes out. It's attached on there. Let's put this here, let's see if this works. So we just got to figure out how I might actually want it to pull down. I got a couple extra lights set up right here and one right here just to get some side lighting in. And let's do it. We're gonna record. This one was definitely a bit more difficult to achieve. First thing you'll notice is I have a mask here that's removing this metal frame from supporting the wallet. And then we had to get rid of the string. Now, on this clip, I have a draw mask. It just follows the string all the way down. And underneath this clip is the wallet itself without the string in frame. So that's why when you remove the string from this one, it's actually just seeing the clip underneath. The next thing I had to do was you'll notice that you could see the tape here. I should have put the string on the bottom side, but this was the clip that I had, so I had to use this one. So all I did on this was mask out the little leather strap, and then I just made it move with the other one. I put all of that in a compound clip, so it's just one clip, and then I added a transition so it flips in. Now you add your text in there, and voila. Here I wanted to get a shot of the wallet falling and spinning at the same time, so I pretty much just had to do it a whole bunch of times at 120 frames per second until I got a good one. This clip doesn't need much explanation. It's pretty much the clip itself. I did crop it in quite a bit, and it wasn't quite slow enough at 120 frames per second, so I slowed it down to 70%. This is probably one of the coolest clips in the whole ad. It's actually just a picture of the wallet with a transition on it. Pretty straightforward, but what I did was I found this clip of some stock footage from, I think, Pexels or one of those websites. I'll link a few in the description below, and I masked it over the wallet. Now, if I turn off the color wheel and I set the blending mode back to normal, you'll see it's actually just the clip itself. But if you put this on screen, it kind of lets you see the wallet peek through, and then the color wheels are just have it set to black and white. Let's play that back. Add your text. That's what gives you that clip. These next three clips are all from the handheld that I shot, and nothing crazy about these. All I did was mask out the background here and added some text. And that's how I got these three. For this, I came up with this crazy contraption that ended up not working out at all, but I still wanted to do it, and I ended up making some alterations in the final edit. The point was to drop the wallet while the phone was spinning, land on it, and then record the phone spinning. After a few failed attempts, I actually did get it. That was the one! So what I ended up doing was just using a freeze frame of the phone itself. And above it, I have the entire wallet dropping on the phone. And what I did was I just drew a mask around the wallet. So you'll see my control points move with the wallet, nothing else. So back on the main clip, you'll notice I have it zoomed in so you don't see any cutoffs from the mask. And I have a speed ramp going from 600% down to 100%. Then I added my text and aligned it to the beat, which brings us to the spinning phone. This is just a picture of the phone going from 0 to 3000 on rotation automation. And I added some extreme motion blur to give it this cool effect. After that, it's a static image of the phone, and I have pictures of each individual wallet just going across. I also added some claps in there just to give it a little more emphasis. So with the beat here. And then the last thing is their logo appears. So as far as music goes, if I'm not making it myself, I get my sounds from epidemicsounds.com. I'm on the commercial plan, so that gives me the ability to monetize on my YouTube channel, as well as sell these videos with the music in them for digital placements. Other than that, I do have some basic sound effects, a couple whooshes, just for emphasis. I have a bass drop here. And then I also have a custom LUT that I've done just across the entire thing. Now that you see how it was put together, let's play the whole thing back. All right, so now let's talk about actually selling this thing. After everything was finished, I wrote up an email with a few points that I was planning on sending over. I think it's really important if you are going to make some videos like this, especially if you're just getting started, is to find a company that's not crazy huge, find a good product that you actually like and that you use. It's just going to come across a little bit more authentic that way, and bring something new and fresh to the table. It's worth it to check out their social platforms and see what their marketing already is and how you can adapt to it and make something that's just super creative and unique that they're gonna like. So fortunately, they love the ad and they want to use it. So after a couple email exchanges back and forth, we agreed upon a price, but more importantly, they want to work together in the future to make more content. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Stay tuned for more behind the scene videos coming out, and hit me with a like or a sub for the algorithm. See you next time.